long ago, deep in the Appalachian wilds, a group of drunken misfits joined forces to play Dungeons and Dragons. Inspired by boredom, equipped with loose morals and a questionable understanding of the rules, our heroes venture forth to explore strange new lands. So gather up your dice, your manuals, and your livers, and join us on a quest to make absolute fools of ourselves. This is Botched, a D&D podcast. Find us at botchedpodcast.com.
Special thank you to Norm from Drabblecast, a horror fiction podcast, for the intro that we just played. I want to give them a special shout out because I was actually on their show recently for episode 453. I narrated the story Everything Poops because somehow they knew that would be my kind of story. It's gotten really good reviews so far. I would definitely suggest checking it out, giving them a follow on all their social media, giving them a follow or a like or a 5-star review on any of the podcatchers out there, and going to check out their website, which is pretty dope. They have different art for every single episode that comes out over on drabblecast.org. Some episodes, Norm even regales the audience with a song from one of his previous recordings. I believe one of them that constantly gets stuck in my head is "There's a Penis in the Kitchen." Go check out Drabblecast on all the podcatchers out there. It is a fantastic show, especially if you like horror stories, but a lot of times they'll have almost a comedic twist on them. So go check it out.
Previously on Botched.
Man, I sure am glad I'm able to watch Chunk Gunderson, the most respectable newsman in the country, to keep up on all these weird fungus happenings around. I've just been doomsday prepping my little heart out. And this is the day I've prepared for my entire life. In a few days, I'll be on the train to the south and be safe in my commune, which I'll have to buy and establish very quickly.
And no communists are allowed.
Welcome back, listeners, to the 8th episode of our 6th season. Thanks so much for tuning in. We are not going to start where we left off last time because, as you could tell from the previously, we are joined by the newest member, the newest degenerate, if you will, the newest looking for ways to ruin his life by joining Botched Podcast. Steve, say hello to everybody.
I tried everything else to ruin my life. This was all I had left.
It always works, so.
Maybe this will stick, yeah.
Alcohol,
I tried alcohol, hair products, heroin, attacking dogs, nothing. So we are going to do a little bit of a backstory on Steve's character to sort of get him in. So this will be taking place very shortly before the last episode. And Steve, what's your character's name again? Williams?
William.
Billiam.
William, are you joined by anybody as you're trying to make your way to Charlotte to hop on this train? That basically the announcement has gone out in your vicinity that, hey, this train is going to the CDC in Atlanta, where it's sort of a safe haven. Everybody who can get on these trains at these certain stops, do so. It's first come, first serve. So is anybody going with you at that time, or?
Hey, Will.
Yeah.
Where are you?
My trusty next door neighbor.
I'm just out front on the porch drinking Michelob Ultras. What are you doing?
Well, you know those Michelob Ultras for the apocalypse, man. I bought 2 cold cases. They were supposed to last us the next 6 years. What are you doing?
I got 6 pallets in my basement.
God damn
We can
it.
just... I'll get more.
You're so prepared, it makes me horny as fuck.
Well, my license is about to expire. I don't want to run out.
Well, with preparations like that, I'll have to share one of those Michelob Ultras with you. But all this fungus stuff is going on. We got to get to that train, son.
Oh, are you going to the train?
Well, I mean, that's the only last way out of town.
My son's always wanted to ride the train.
You never had any sons. Why do you keep telling me that lie?
Well, he's usually in the basement. He doesn't come out much.
It's a dog, okay?
Pete!
It's a dog.
Pete! William, Mr. Shit. What's your character's last name?
I don't tell people my last name.
I'm your neighbor.
You tell people
William.
your last name? No, you tell people your last name, and next thing you know, you're registered to vote Democrat.
All right, Pete, come on upstairs. Mr. Williams taking us to the train. You've always wanted to go to the train.
It's nice to meet you, Mr. Williams.
Oh, did you bathe this week, son?
Yeah. Dad?
Michelob Ultra.
Why are you... you're wearing that hat again?
It's called a helmet. It protects me from level 5 spells, Dad. Come on, I've told you before.
For half a second, I thought you were role-playing me, and you were going to have my hat that I like so that you guys can make fun of it some more.
We hadn't thought of that, but that's a good idea.
Yeah, you're right.
But, buddy, can I talk to you a minute about your son?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, you can, William. Bill.
Okay, just come over.
Willie.
Leave him on the porch. Maybe he'll fall off and crack that skull. It's that gigantic head.
Memento concretumum.
Does
are you...
my friend, my lifelong neighbor?
Yep.
Does the word liability mean anything to you?
I mean,
I can still hear you.
I've got insurance.
You're no more than 6 feet away from me.
I guess those gigantic ears aren't just for show.
No.
Shit.
He got an alteration surgery because he wanted to look more like a basement elf, I think they're called.
It's a drow, Dad. A drow.
Well, I guess nature will take its course.
Is your hair
Nature will
dyed
pay
white?
for anything, I guess.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
All right, so he can sit in the back, and we'll sit in the front.
Well, he can hang off the back.
You got a bike rack?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a trailer hitch. If he
All right.
balances real good, he'll be fine.
I mean, he
looks like a
he's real
bouncer.
heavy, so he probably will set.
He's very
still.
top heavy. I
Yeah.
can see that. The water in his head.
Are we
All
going?
right, son.
Are we going
Son.
on an adventure?
Yes, son.
The last adventure, Pete.
So greasy.
The last adventure.
Yep, it's not
Oh,
just
so
to Domino's.
This is the big one, Pete. Are you ready? Has your dad been training you good?
Yes, Mr. Williams.
What do you know how to do?
I'm ready. I'm ready for an adventure of a lifetime.
Well, if you just put on some Chunt Gunderson radio, I'm sure we could turn it up enough that we won't have to hear him breathing back there.
Yeah, the soothing sound of the last true newsman of America can fill our ears. And
You can
your
tell-
wet, slobbering sound of a progeny can be drowned out. True news patriotism.
You can tell he's a patriot because of all the flags.
So I'm thinking you guys live fairly alone out in the country, like a dirt road ending in 2 houses at the end of the dirt road. You guys
We literally
the houses
live in
are
an
almost.
apartment building in downtown Charlottesville.
Oh, you live in an apartment building with a porch?
Yes.
It's a nice porch.
It's a
Okay.
nice apartment building.
The yard is like 6 by 5.
It's very old.
Okay. So you guys are out front of an apartment building in downtown Charlotte. Are you guys out front of the building, or are you up on whatever floor it is that you live on?
Oh, we live on the ground floor. You don't
Ground
want to
floor.
get
Because we've
trapped
been here
up
for a
top.
while.
Okay. So it's been a little chaotic in downtown Charlotte for the last week, to say the least, where there's been numerous riots, break-ins, things like that.
Yummy, yummy.
William, I hope you don't mind that my son brought his bag of chicken into your car, because
It's for a spell, Dad. I have to have all the components to make sure the spell works.
Damn it! Couldn't you give him any normal toys? Like a gun.
God knows I
Like a
tried.
gun.
He took apart the gun to make a cosplay. For
He
Some
could
game.
use the gun to shoot as many chickens as he wants. Okay.
right.
So
No.
while
just
you
gotta find
guys
'em.
are standing outside, a police car rolls up and says, "Gentlemen,
Am I being detained?
no, gentlemen,
Move
you're supposed to stay in your house unless you're going to the train right now, because there is a lot of violence going on."
We just gotta load the.
house. This is the house of God. I am one with nature. Leave me alone, pig.
Perception check, both of you.
I don't get
Well, all
it.
3. Sorry, I forgot you're back.
Jerry's drinking his mix.
10,
Ultras.
12.
Drink his Ultras.
11.
Okay.
17.
Okay. You notice, William, that a couple individuals burst out of a bush across the street, covered in blood, and they are just rushing the cop car. But the cop doesn't notice because he's too busy trying to tell you guys to get back into your house.
I don't say anything.
I'm telling you, this is the thing. You guys have to get back in your house. That's
Yes,
we're under
I'm interested
curfew.
in your information, sir. Please keep telling me things.
I'm telling you,
Hey, did you
go
tell them
in
we're
the
sovereign
house.
citizens?
Issue me orders.
I'm issuing you an order right now. Go
Is
in
this
the
a
house.
lawful order?
Yes.
I'm just gonna stop.
I'm gonna use a spell slot and cast silence on him.
So as you cast silence on him, that's when the three individuals, 2 men and a lady, hit the side of the car and basically pull him out really quickly and just start ripping him apart.
There's our ride, boys. Let's go.
Some are punching, some are scratching, and some are biting him as he's just screaming wildly for help.
That's a V8 Charger, guys. Get in.
So
You're in the back. You're in the cage.
I believe that I now have the power to summon
Demons?
death and
Oh,
demons.
okay.
Yeah. Demons because I'm a warlock.
Sure.
Son.
Okay.
Been through this.
with the powers. You better be careful, Daddy.
Okay. Weird.
Buddy, it seems like your son has unlocked eldritch powers afore unknown to mankind.
You know about the eldritch powers and the occult?
I mean, I've read a book or two.
Well, when he was coming of age, I always thought that it was expecto scrotum, but he's since proved that he's for no one. So
Shotgun.
I'm gonna go get my rifle and let's head off to that their train station.
I'll
I
keep
get
the
into
cop
the-
car running.
I get into the front of the steed, the metal steed.
Let's see. Are you sneakily getting in the cop car or are you just jumping in?
Oh, there's nobody around. Hopefully no
Except
other
for
cops
There's
around.
three of those
zombies.
monsters right next to the driver's
eating
side
the guy.
door.
Three
What?
riders.
Yeah, they're ripping apart that dude.
Mr. Williams,
right
don't
now.
worry, I control them.
Go ahead. Yeah, you just do that.
And I'm gonna use thunderclap to push them away. I'm gonna
You just
cast.
walk up and clap your hands real
Yeah,
hard.
I'm
out?
gonna cast that at a level 2.
Okay. Like, how close are you getting to do this?
It's got to be 10 feet for the spell.
Are you sure on that?
It's like
Maybe
5.
15. It's either 10 or 15.
It's not
No,
5.
I think it's
No,
right
the
up
range
close.
is-
It's a touch attack.
No, that's chilling grasp.
I think Thunderclap is 60, but it's a 10.
Necrotic
foot.
touch
I think
is
it's
also
60,
touch.
to be honest with you. I'm gonna do it for where I
Thunderclap is
stand.
not 60 feet.
Oh no, it's a 10-foot radius from the caster. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have to get within 10 feet.
Okay. So you go around the side of the cop car and
Hold on.
clap at them?
Yeah. The passenger side.
They're on the driver's side.
Yeah. So I'm gonna make my way around
Okay.
and open the door,
Okay.
and then thunderclap at them, and then get inside.
Okay. You do that, to which they all immediately perk up, right looking at you, and they have like pieces of meat hanging out of their mouth and just blood running down their mouths, and they're just like, "Ah!" And they rush towards the car.
Am I
I get in.
exiting my house
Towards
with my
you.
gun as,
I know. I get
as
into
this
the car.
happens?
And I hit the lock
Yeah, I
button.
assume you're getting out of the house with your gun as you see this happen. So you see the three very angry individuals are just smashing the crap out of
They're
the side
role
of the car.
playing.
Yeah.
We finally attracted somebody.
Steve, how hard would somebody need to punch a... Like, is the glass on a cop car any tougher than a normal car?
I'm not sure why you think I would know that, but it's a regular glass. It's totally regular. Laminated
Okay.
glass, there's nothing special about it.
Okay. So they start just flailing wildly at the door, and
Isn't
yeah.
okay? Continue. I'm sorry.
it's starting to crack the glass a bit.
It's pretty hard to punch a glass.
Well, they're flailing
There's
wildly.
and there's 3 of them.
And there's three
There are
of them.
3 of them.
And they don't
Buddy,
feel
I tried
pain.
my best to save him, but it
I-
looks like
I'll-
he's a lost cause. Let's get in the
I'm
truck.
his father, and I've got my new Winchester 70 series locked and loaded by the door, and I'm just going to shoot at him,
Okay.
aiming for their head of one of them. I will have gotten myself. I'm assuming I'm proficient. 8, 9, 10,
Yes, you are proficient with your
9,
rifle.
2. How's an 11?
It's close, so I'm going to give you a high-low.
Mm-hmm. If I get it wrong, it's just hit him in the shoulder or something.
It just zips, it like skims the top of his head.
Yes, but wouldn't the sound of a gun being fired in their direction?
Well, we'll see.
Maybe.
We're
see.
seeing if I hit first.
Because they're also looking right at you. So
Mm-hmm.
a sound might not...
One of them's head might just explode.
No.
I'll save my son's life.
It's true. What'd you say, high or low?
Oh. Let's go low.
So the bullet just looks like it grazes across the top
you.
of
Never
They duck right at the, like, while they're flailing around. You just barely miss as they continuously just keep hitting. Let's see here.
Keys are in here, right?
They're in the ignition. He pulled up. The car was running.
Nice.
Is the cop's body now between me and them?
The cop's body is on the driver's side of the door. Or
Which is the
driver's
side
side
where
of
they
the
pulled him
car. They pulled him out right there next to the car.
He's just on the ground.
He's just
next
on
to
the
car.
ground next to the car.
Would
Maybe
I be
you
able
two
to
should-
sneak up and get the pistol out of his little belt holster? his
Stealth.
costume.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't turn around when I shot. So
Yeah,
stealth.
stealth.
Or you both could get in the car and we could leave.
Yeah, he could just follow us, Will. I got an extra gun.
That would be a 9 stealth.
Okay. Are you with the
Hard
rifle?
I'm
Are
going to
you
cover him.
getting in the car?
I'm making my way towards our neighbor's truck.
Okay.
I assume it's a truck.
William? Do you drive a truck?
I do drive a truck. Yes. It's
Yeah,
a-
I'm making my way towards the truck, but
It's a Prius.
I'm covering my neighbor
It's a
with the
Prius
gun while he
flatbed.
gets the pistol.
It's a Prius El Camino.
What'd you
Or,
say you got?
you don't
for
want to be
your,
too gas dependent.
He got a 9 for his stealth.
One of them happens to glance backwards and see you,
I'll take fire at that one.
and is about to go.
Crit 20.
Crit 20.
So as it looks like it's about to roll damage.
I'm just going to go ahead and assume that I get 2d8 for my
Rifle.
hunting rifle.
I was going to give you a D12.
12 plus 3 is 15.
So it turns, and at the moment before it's about to let loose another one of these guttural screams, its head just explodes, and it drops to its knees and then just falls over. The other
Gotcha,
two
buddy.
haven't really noticed. They just keep smashing at the glass, which is now cracking about 3/4 of the way.
Just drive off, son. I know you never got your license.
He's in the back seat.
You got in the passenger side.
I thought you got in the back seat.
side.
Okay. So you're in the passenger seat. Mm-hmm. Okay. And you're the only one in the car right now.
Just scooch over.
So I'm going to move into the driver's seat
Okay.
and put it in reverse.
Okay.
Don't you back into this truck.
Roll. Have you ever driven before? How old are you?
Probably like
28.
20 something. Yeah,
Okay.
28.
Have you ever driven before?
I mean, in trucking simulator.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he does play that.
He's got,
one.
Rolling.
he's got the pedals and the wheel.
Roll intelligence just to make sure that you actually know how to drive a car.
I know.
Nice.
Critical 20.
Okay. Yes, you do know how to drive a car. Surprisingly accurate.
Very smart. As a
Truck
driver.
driving simulator to
I have
cop
like
car.
Mr. Williams said. I have one of those over-the-top driving rigs.
Gotcha. So yeah, you put the car in reverse, and now the crazed people are just running after your car, just smacking on the hood. And,
And
like,
every
trying
other
to climb up
Thursday,
on
I
it.
take him to the Timeline Arcade where he gets to play the Cruising USA bucket seat thing.
Timeline Arcade's not there anymore.
I take
I
the
know,
opportunity to grab the cop's gun and a couple mags off his belt.
Okay, you do. You literally grab 2 mags and the gun, which was fully loaded, so it's got a full complement.
Yeah, he didn't get a chance to get a shot off at me. He was
That's
too
right.
intimidated.
It's true. It's true. So now
Fears
you're in the middle of
power
the
an
street.
educated citizen.
Yeah. So you're in the street by yourself with a dead cop.
I grab his handcuffs too, stuff them in my back pocket.
Okay. It does seem like the surrounding area, it's getting a little crazy. More and more people are running around screaming and all this stuff. No one has noticed you just yet, but it does seem like things are escalating a bit. And you do hear a loudspeaker go off that states that the train will be arriving in the next 5 minutes. First come, first serve, before heading to Atlanta.
I run to the truck with my buddy.
Okay.
I get in the truck after I take another shot off at one of those creatures
Okay.
for 17.
Yeah, you'll hit this one. I assume you're aiming for the head, or okay. Yep. Again,
8
this one
damage.
is about to climb up on the hood,
Bang!
and the head splatters all over the windshield, which covers the windshield in blood, and it just falls off the front side of the cop car. It just
Does your
rolls into
truck
the
have a
street.
sunroof, William?
No, absolutely not. It's not
Didn't pay
safe.
for that option?
It's not safe.
It's got the sliding back windows.
All right. Well, I'll like lean out the back window with the rifle on top and try to shoot the last one as we peel out.
Okay.
And I'll get on them
A
pedals.
-2, since you're trying to fire a rifle while driving.
I crit failed.
Okay.
Son!
I was hoping you'd crit fail just for that. But
Fuck.
You really can't miss that head. It's not your fault.
It's the ears.
it rolled 100 and then rolled the 0 to a 6. So, you don't have.
I just hit the tire of my son's car or what? Put a hole through the glass?
He wouldn't fall out of the truck and eat the gun?
That's
no,
a long rifle.
It's
Long
a
barrel.
It's not.
I could
that,
fall into
that
the
back
bed.
window's not that big. I mean, but he didn't. I rolled a 6, so it's not like.
I could fall into the bed. I could drop the gun.
Sure.
You could just miss.
High, low. Let's go with Phil.
Hello.
High, low. High, low.
You want me to roll this?
Yeah. No, I want you to
guessed
tell
the
me.
high, low.
Low.
The gun goes off and just puts a hole in the back of the bed of William's truck.
Shit.
All right, remind me again what you two names are.
Jerry.
Pete Ravenclaw.
Since no one calls you Ravenclaw.
Hardy.
Son. Hardly.
Hardly.
Sure. Okay. So
Ravenclaw.
you guys peel off, and you know that the train station is only, about 10 blocks away. So if you were driving at normal speed, it would take you a little bit, but my guess is you're not driving at a normal regulated speed to the train station.
No, we're going ace fast.
Got it.
And I'm getting back on my window horse and shooting any. I guess I can lean out the passenger side this time
You could do that as well.
and steady myself on the hood.
And you're
The
just
roof.
Sure.
And
you're shooting at anybody in the streets?
Anything that's going to impede our way to get into the train.
Well, I mean, there are crowds of people that are running towards the train station. Some of them seem like they may be violent. They're carrying luggage, so you're not
Shoot
sure.
him in
try
the
to
head,
pick it.
buddy. Chunk Gunderson says that's their weak point.
Yep, anyone that looks violent, I'm going for.
Roll
Although I
an
only have 4
intelligence
rounds
check.
in this gun before I have to reload, and I only have a pocket full of.
Okay.
Pocket full of shells?
I'm trying to rally around my family.
Hold
right
on.
now.
Pete, they're called
intelligence
cartridges,
check.
goddammit. I told you this 100 times. Listen here.
Of a 7.
In your
This
pocket,
die sucks.
you have 13 shells,
Nice.
just so you know.
It probably takes a round to reload. 'cause
An
I have to
intelligence roll of
individually-
7, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll to attack.
Man, I'm the worst. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got a 9.
Okay. So your eyes immediately move towards a very heavy woman who's screaming at her husband about something or other.
What a monster!
He's being lazy, but you fire, but the truck gets a little bump and it whizzes past her. Actually, the luggage that she's carrying, it snaps one of the straps off, and she's just like, ah!
It's a heck of a shot.
And you drive by.
Hell yeah.
Pretty soon, William,
One
you're
of
going
those
to notice that
drive-by
driving is difficult, if not impossible, because there are so many people in the street, all marching towards the train station.
I have a question.
Yes.
I'm in a police car.
Yes.
Can I speed up in front of them and turn my lights on?
Can you see?
I hit the little
He's got his glasses on.
windshield wiper.
It mostly just smears the blood around and the brains and everything else. It's not really cleaning it off a whole lot.
Is there a gun in the back of this police car?
In the back of the police car?
Yeah, like on the back behind
Probably
me.
be a patrol
prisoners?
rifle.
There's a shotgun in the middle.
Yeah. That's what I meant. Like, because there's the dividing screen.
Patrol
Yeah.
rifle.
But no, the shotgun's right in the middle, right? I'm pretty sure. At least the cop cars that I've seen.
I don't
It
care.
would be
It's
in
literally
between
right in
the
the middle
seats.
section.
I grab it and I'm gonna
Okay.
stop the car
Okay.
and hammer out the window so I can see.
Strength check.
Am I proficient in strength?
No.
Okay. 17.
Yes, you do pretty quickly.
He's a
And
strong
gonna
kid.
smash out the bloody, whatchamacallit?
Windshield.
Sure.
All right.
So yeah,
And then I'm gonna start driving forward and try to get in front of Mr. Williams' truck.
by that point, they've already hit the
People?
furthest they can go where there's going to be a crowd. So
We're not
I'm
just
gonna
plowing through the crowd.
throw my sirens on and try to make a hole.
you throw your sirens on, but it doesn't look like anyone's paying. They look back at you, but they're not getting out of the way.
I'm gonna
They're
get on
just
the
rushing
intercom.
towards. Okay.
And I'm gonna try to charisma everybody to leave.
Okay.
Excuse me, everybody.
-4.
I need to get through to help I'm policeman.
Minus 4?
Minus 6.
You said minus 4.
I know, and then you started talking.
No, that doesn't. That's not how that works.
8.
No one's paying you any attention.
Okay. I guess I'll just start blasting.
Anyway, I started
You are
It
in a
looks
cop
like the
car with no
statement fails
windshield
once in a
wearing medieval armor. So, I mean, people can see you.
They see how
could've played that
serious
better.
it
They just turn around and see you, and they're like, nope.
What if I fire off a round into the air? Is that going to scatter people?
You can see what happens.
I'm going to do that.
Okay.
You've been warned.
Hold on, I should roll in case I don't. I rolled a 1.
You did roll a 1? Jesus Christ. This family sucks.
You never took me to the range.
The Hardleys are losers, son.
So
I'm sorry.
you
I used the last name Hardley as an insult, kind of like Munson from Kingpin.
you are completely caught unaware by the kickback of the shotgun, and it flies out of your hands out the other window.
God damn it.
God, my son.
Didn't you
is such
teach
a
me to
failure.
put it into his shoulder? So, God, I told you.
I know.
So
I
now
know,
you are
Will.
gunless.
Well, the
God
car's
damn,
not
he
moving.
can drive a Euro truck.
Yeah. So you can get out.
I'm
and
gonna
go
get
it.
out and go
Sure.
get the gun.
However, you are in the South during a catastrophe of
Riot.
sorts. So assuming that nobody in this crowd has a gun,
But no one's paying attention to me, so they don't know where.
Yeah,
I mean-
they are ignoring him.
they are ignoring him. But I mean, the ones towards the back can definitely hear the gunshot.
Everyone's
behind
gonna
them.
hear the gunshot.
Sure.
But no, people aren't gonna.
I'm not saying the entire crowd.
is some of them run towards the gunshots.
Yeah, I'm going to be a hero.
Well, are we hoofing it from here, or you gotta?
I'm gonna hop on top of the truck
Okay.
and do a surveillance of the local area. This
You
is called
see-
reconnaissance, buddy.
You see two individuals immediately who are right in front of your car. One has a pistol and turns towards the cop car, and the other has a rifle similar to Jerry's.
Mine's nicer.
And it looks like they're about to fire at the cop car.
Don't you fucking dare.
No,
That's
what
my boy.
That's what your boy gets for siding with the state.
Some really drunk girl might make a mistake someday, and I'll have a grandson. I fire with an 18 at the guy who's leveling the rifle at my boy.
Okay, yeah, it's going to hit.
I saw a burp my Michelob Ultra out in between shots,
Okay.
and I got a 14.
So you fire, it hits this guy in the chest, and the rifle goes up in the air. The guy with the pistol is shocked, turns towards that general direction and sees you.
Don't you dare.
Gun fires at you.
Uh-oh.
What's your AC?
13.
Okay, one of the shots will hit you.
Am I partially
Buddy,
covered?
Yes, but it wouldn't matter. It would still
Okay.
hit you.
Bullets
Shit.
can go through
It's also
Bullets go
bullets
through-
truck.
fiberglass trucks.
Yeah.
You're going to take
The roof.
7 damage as
Nobody
you are
shoots
hit
my buddy but me.
in the shoulder with a pistol.
Dottie! I got-
Dottie, I told you not to call me Dottie.
I
Honey,
draw my
do you-
pig pistol and I take aim at that son of a
My
bitch.
pig pistol.
Okay, your pig pistol? What's a pig pistol? Oh, you took the cop's pistol. Gotcha. I was like, is it specifically for killing hogs?
Yeah, you ain't got a hog rifle, son?
What is
Tristan's
he
getting
tempting
hungry.
you?
No, I want them away from me. Get this fucking bag of chicken,
getting hungry
son.
for chicken.
I don't want your bag of chicken from last week.
But it will regain your hit points. You need a short rest, or I need to do healing, mending hand, mage hand.
So
I don't know how to
roll
read.
to attack with your pig pistol?
21.
It's definitely going to hit. It's a D8. It's like an elephant gun, but smaller.
Plus dex.
Sawed-off elephant gun
Yes, plus tax.
with a custom stock to help me get a pistol.
5.
So you fire, it hits him in the thigh, which immediately causes him to fall down as he's clutching the now blood-gushing wound that's in his leg.
That'll take about 40 seconds to bleed out. I suggest you leave us alone for that 40 seconds.
Well, he's currently screaming on the ground. Everyone else is just
I mean, he's
keeps
still
moving
subtle.
forward
Well,
as
then I know
fast
he
as they
hurt.
can, which is not very fast because there's a lot of people moving towards the train station.
So is there? Does it look like there's maybe a railing that's keeping people in that we could get over and get around, or maybe a place under the terminal that we could get up in the gap?
Yeah, can we just like drive around and sidelong with
So-
the train or something?
So you know that from experience, because you're from here, that the train station does have a number of buildings that are in front of the train station. Possible to rappel from one to the other, or, jump if you're really, really jumpy. There is not... The road doesn't get that close to the train track, but it's conceivable you could drive up alongside it. But at this stage, there's a lot of armed guards, there's a lot of people. You don't think the train's going to leave soon, but it will leave at some point. No, the train is arriving in 5 minutes.
Yeah. Well, Will.
Yes.
What's the point in getting this truck all lifted with giant off-road tires if we ain't never going to use it?
They'll move, or, they'll get run over.
I'm in. But, I was suggesting maybe we just drive around.
Oh, well, I guess.
But, truck aside, sweet, too.
I guess we could rope off one of them yon buildings. Good thing I always have my 50-foot paracord tied around my tactical pin.
Okay, so you're going to try and go for a moving from building to train sort of thing.
Absolutely.
Well, we'll drive as close as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, let's drive as close as we can get.
So for you guys, the easiest way would actually be through side streets and alleys. 'Cause everyone's moving towards the train station, so not a lot of people are going sideways or backwards. So you could turn left probably and just move down side streets and alleyways. And at some point to move forward, you're probably going to have to huff it, but you can get close or relatively.
Can we move through the buildings to get around these people?
Yeah, on foot. If you try it in your truck, it would be difficult.
Close as we can in the truck. Then
and
we
then
hop out and move through the office buildings. I know
hop out
the
at
hallways
Karen's
like the back
Tavern.
of my hand. I've been mapping them for years.
So I say you get to where you would be. Imagine a T shape, and the top of the T is the train station. Mm-hmm. You are on the street that's pointing at the train station. So there's a number of buildings on your left and right side. Same thing sort of applies. But you can't move any farther forward. There is some semi that it's pulled up not too far behind you, and it's just parked. But, you guys are probably as close as you're going to be able to get in order to get into the buildings.
Is it an uppercase T or a lowercase T?
Uppercase.
Shit. All right. Well, I know
I'm
there are
following you,
halls in
buddy.
these buildings, but let's go. Let's get it. I'm duck inside one of the buildings.
I follow.
Come on, son.
Just
So-
keep up, I guess. Or
As you
it's
run
fine.
up to the first building, which is 3 buildings from the train station, that's where we're going to take a break. Hey, listeners, this is Dennis, the world's most KSDM, here to talk to you about patreon.com/botched podcast. Now, normally I'll play a clip of the special guest this month, but unfortunately, right now, it's sort of a weird time where we don't have the episode ready yet to have a clip, and it's too late to play clips from the last month's episode. But I will tell you that Phil DM'd it, and it's again a spooky episode themed for October, obviously. And it's a little horror romp in the woods, and bad things happen to me because everyone loves when bad things happen to me. So, patreon.com/botched podcast to check that out. And of course, we also have all the other content: the art, the Discord. The bi-weekly games, the special executive producers, reading your names out on show, all that stuff. And you know what? While you're fucking at it, head on over to iTunes and leave us a 5-star review so we can read that shit on the show. You can even go to Anchor and leave a 5-star review if you'd like. I think that's how that works. I don't know. I just work here. But anyways, back to the show. And we're back. All right. So, when you run up to this first building, you notice that a lot of the glass is bloodied, cracked. Again, a lot of people running around like crazy, but the doors are technically locked.
Blam.
Well, good thing we've got a master key.
Sure. So you're just blasting your way through the doors and whatnot.
In the cop car? Or, the gun?
Hopefully we only have to blast our way through the external door, and then the rest
Yeah.
of them succumb to a swift, gentle, yet firm kick.
Papa.
Okay. So you just blast into the buildings. Again, it's so chaotic that no one's even really... I mean, you can hear gunshots going off every so often anyways, in the distance, some a little closer than others.
Yeah.
But so you make your way into the building. You don't really have much in the way of resistance. This is an office building. It's been closed down for a while anyways. Nobody's been working from the office. Everybody's been working from home. So it's relatively empty. You have 2 other buildings to go before you're quote-unquote next to the train station.
All right, well, make our way to the next street, unlock the door, open it up,
Okay.
sidle across.
Okay. So I'll say you continue to make your way across this way, just blasting through a building. It's very Battlefield, Bad Company 2.
Oh,
just
such a great game.
I got
making your way through.
Got my bandolier and Mick Ultras on.
Sure.
And my rifle
I'm
ready.
keeping up.
When you get to the last building, it's a sea of people everywhere trying to get on this train. You're going to guess tens of thousands of people as they're like single file putting people onto this train. You are now in that building and you can see from the windows in that building on the ground floor, the train station and the insane amount of people that are around. The guards and police that are sort of around the area are basically beating anybody who's trying to get even remotely violent. If anyone's more than agitated, they immediately just shoot and kill them to be safe.
Damn.
So everyone's...
That doesn't cause a surge and everyone just
they
run, or...
They're not surging ahead because there are enough guards with guns. Like, there is even a turret with like a frickin' like a machine gun thing on it, like a Jeep with a turret. So it'd be like, it would mow so many people down. So no, they're not rushing.
All right,
So yeah,
well,
that building is about 5 stories tall. The train station is 2 stories tall.
I got an idea.
tell me.
This building's 5 stories tall. The train station is 2 stories tall, and you've got your tack rope.
It's 100 feet wrapped around a tactical Uzi pin made by the finest tactical minds in Israel.
Krav Maga, brother.
Our greatest ally.
We could try to loop-de-loo, what's it called, zip line over. And if that don't work, you got your Chunt Gunderson gear, because I think I see one of those guards that has a pin on. We could maybe a friend on the inside.
Well, I know another Gundy would always be
You don't
having
see
to
a
help me
pin.
out.
He's got Chunk Gunderson's face tattooed on his forearm, and the wrist is a
He's got
microphone.
his face tattooed on his face.
Yeah. It's
He
got
looks just like Chuck Gunderson.
Cunt
my
Gunderson.
God. He's a Gunder buddy.
Gunder buddy.
Oh, all right. Well,
Gunder's
so
sons.
here's the deal. What we should do is abandon your son, and then
I'm literally still 6
Pete,
feet
we know
away
you
from
can't
him.
climb a rope. You're dead weight.
Yeah, son, I don't think you're ever going to climb this rope. Why don't you surge forward the rest of this cloud?
Well, you know what? Why don't you do your rope thing and I'll test it out and show you how strong I am.
Oh, please, yes, please
Okay.
test my knot.
Yep. Son, I'm convinced.
100% tie my best knot so you can.
So you're going up to the top of the building?
Yep.
Why wouldn't
Fourth
you
story window?
4th or 3rd so that you can just shoot down? Jesus.
Do you
It's
know
a
how
chicken.
parabolas work, Pete? Do you even know what a parabola is?
I have a zone
It's
of
not a
truth
skin
around
and
us.
force night, okay?
4th night.
5th night.
4th meal.
Norse white.
So you're going up to the roof.
Probably the window on the fourth
The window
story.
in the
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you make your way up, just bust in the door at one of the rooms, and there's a window directly looking, down and over the train station.
Heavy
All right.
furniture.
Yeah. It's an office building, so there's lots of office furniture.
Desks
There's
and
desks.
shit.
There's office chairs.
Water coolers.
Water coolers are not.
They're not heavy.
That
Get out of
heavy?
here.
Big full of water they are.
Yeah, I guess.
Rolly chairs.
Top
Rolling
comes
chairs.
off. Rolling chairs.
Desktop monitors.
Computers, all that normal.
Sturdiest desk I can find.
Big fake plants.
I'll tie a nice survival knot around.
Well, the
around
corner office is actually it looks like it's a manager because it's got a glass door with his name on it and whatever. And it's a very ornate, big-ass desk. It's heavy as hell.
No work has been done in this room.
Yeah.
It smells of rich mahogany.
And whiskey.
And also whiskey. Yeah, I mean, there are numerous bottles of
And
booze
Pete.
along the wall.
And also Pete.
And Pete.
P and Pete.
Pete Ball.
All right, let's butt the gun through the glass.
Sure.
Head up.
Okay.
Open the window for my buddy while he...
Real quick though, I'm gonna check the drawers for that scotch I smell.
Oh, it's not in the drawers. It's literally there's
A
like a
decanter.
whole there's a numerous decanters of booze
But there's not a
behind the
sealed
desk.
like bottle, just decanters.
Just decanters.
Well, that's not very
Classy
safe for
place.
transporting a backpack. All right, do your magic, Pete.
I cast enrage.
It's tied to the desk, right?
It's
Cast
tied,
haste.
it's tied to the sturdiest leg I could find on the desk.
And then you, shot the harpoon down to the
So what?
train station?
Well, you're gonna swing out.
I'm gonna
Swing
swing
out.
out.
Do you know what a pendulum is?
I know what pendulums are.
Okay, good. You're
Pits and
you're the
pendulums.
pit. Pendulum. Boy, just jump out the window.
Son, here, I got your haste potion. They give him a Red Bull and a Michelob Ultra.
He starts shaking.
I drink it. It definitely affects me.
Okay.
Oh.
You're all jazzed up.
Sha! And I jump out the window.
Athletics with a +1 because you're high on Red Bull.
19 on the die. So 20 plus 3, 23.
So,
He did it.
Are you guys trying to jump directly to the train station, or
As far as you can get.
Yeah.
okay?
He does like the Matrix jump.
I'm going to come crashing right back into the building, guys. I thought we were ziplining this.
So I'm like, just gonna go out and then down
No,
Are we
Pete, just
ziplining?
remember your training.
because it's
just like one of your
further than
video
100
games.
feet.
Yeah, it's
It's 100 feet. What kind of street is this?
I mean, you're 4 stories up. It's
Main
2
Street.
stories, and then it's across the street, which
What
is a normal
street?
street's what?
A normal street is like
30-ish?
20 feet across. A
Plus the
two-lane
Plus
sidewalk on
sidewalks?
either side.
plus the sidewalk's 6 feet.
And the patio of the restaurant.
32 feet.
I don't want to die with a 23 on the die.
Okay. So, all right.
So what? I
you
jump out and I swing.
You swing too far.
And
I
I
mean,
let-
it's not
I
even a
let-
swing, right?
I
You're
let-
just jumping straight out the window at the train station? I'm trying to figure
So
out
there's a
how
zip-
the whole
so there's-
falling
he
thing.
tied the rope.
Pete, you caught me. Just rappel down the side and we'll find our way.
What?
Rappel down the side and we'll find our way.
I thought
do
we
you
were
not understand?
ziplining.
Well, how are we going to get the zip line to the other side unless
Oh,
Pete
it's
brings
Pete.
it over there?
Pete was jumping the rope to the
He'll-
other side.
He'll use his natural camouflage as a sickly,
All right.
unusual-looking man, and they'll let him on the train easily.
All right. This is what I'm going to do.
They'll take pity on him.
I think we should have tied the rope. Use that athletics roll. Tie the rope to a water jug and throw it across the street onto the building next door.
One of the decanters.
Yeah, one of the decanters. Throw it
But
like a
how is it
baseball.
gonna wrap around?
How's it going to...
A decanter would do it in a way.
The broken glass
it would
would
fucking-
snag
Act
on
as a
something.
grapple.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to rappel down the building,
Okay.
and I'm going to sneak over there with stealth, and I'm going to tie it.
He gets an advantage to
To
grease his
something.
way through
You're
the
gonna
crowds because he doesn't
sneak
bathe.
through
You know, back.
crowds of thousands
Yup.
over to the train station,
Got it.
and then tie
Secretly. Yup. Stealth.
secretly tie it off with guards everywhere.
His dark patron can
Okay.
cause
I put on
people
my
to avert
cloak
their
of
eyes.
invisibility.
Short. So you rappel down
Yep.
to the bottom. Okay.
Stealth check.
Mm,
I have my cloak of
first
invisibility.
strength
on.
because it's literally shoulder to shoulder. It's packed.
But he stinks and he's greasy.
I stink and I'm greasy.
People
Sure.
naturally get away from him.
18, 19, 20, 21.
He's a little grabby
So yeah,
in the
so
crowd.
you're muscling your way through the crowd, stealth as you are gross and weird, so everyone averts their eyes at you. But
5.
you go over to one of the pillars of the train station, which is right next to a guard, and you're starting to tie the rope off, which is now angled directly at a window across the street at a building. And the guard's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Does he have a Chunt Gunderson tattoo?
See a gunny?
Is he a
High or
Gundy?
low?
Low.
Yes, he does. It's the dude with the forearm tat. What the fuck are you doing? And he literally points his M4 at you.
May the Gunderson be with you.
And also with you.
My father and my neighbor, Mr. Williams, are stuck in that building. And they sent me
as an ambassador to tie off this zip line so they can make it on the train, brother.
You're a brave American.
I just want my father and my neighbor, who is almost like an uncle to me, to survive.
Roll persuasion with advantage.
Tell them about the pallet of Mick Ultras in our basement.
So that first roll
Treasure
was
can be yours. They're free if you can find them.
Double 19s.
Okay. You see a single tear roll down his,
I just
his
want
tattooed
my father.
face.
It's a tattooed tear that's
Yeah.
rolling down his face.
My son hates me.
I just want my father to
He-
be proud of me.
He gives you a salute. And he's like, "You're gonna get on that fucking train, boy."
I appreciate you.
And he tugs the rope. Not hard enough to like do anything
Yeah,
bad,
but-
just to tug to let you know and go.
Go on, son.
All right.
Look at him. Watch him go, William. He's talking to that man. He usually doesn't talk to people. I'm so proud of him.
Thank God for the fine layer of moosh that covers your son's body and repelled all the other people.
I
As
think
he
it's
made
the
his
Red
way
Bull and the
across.
Michelob Ultra.
You know, it all mixes together.
Patriot punch.
Well, I do call it.
So you are ziplining down?
So I'm
Assuming-
going
I mean, does he
to
attach
pull
it?
out the 2 pairs of handcuffs
Okay.
that I grabbed from the cop.
great idea.
Hand one to Buddy. Hold on tight. man.
Smart. Okay. Athletics, or actually strength with advantage.
For both of them.
Yes. Because you're using handcuffs. Fucking moosh.
Thank God.
12.
Jerry definitely passed.
Would you get 12? 12. All right.
I'm just
Who's
hanging.
going first?
I'll go first.
Jerry's going to go get his son.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, go ahead, buddy. Keep
And
that
what'd you get?
line
22.
taut for me.
Okay. So yeah, so you just zip you've done plenty of zip lining in, military training.
Yeah, that's what I
For
take the boy out
summer
once
camps
a month
or whatever.
to zip line in summer camp.
Yeah.
I just
Calder
play
some wire.
Pokemon Go.
Sure. And you were just zipping down there all nimbly bimbly. The other guards have noticed this and they're like, "The fuck?" And the guard that's helping points his gun at the other guards. He's like, "They deserve to live. They're better than us." And they are all very confused. Meanwhile, William, you're going down the zip line
I am.
and
And I make it all the way safely.
sure.
Yes.
So wait, the other guards aren't firing on us for zip lining?
No, because the other guard pointed a gun at them and yelled, "They're better than us." So they're confused as to what to do, right?
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yeah.
Right.
So you got a 12, right?
Yes. For
Okay.
hanging.
I'm watching.
High or low?
High.
Great.
I'm watching him do this.
Sure.
And if I see if he's going to fall, I'm going to try to sprint out and
Well, he'll just
catch
crowd
him.
surf,
Okay.
probably.
So he's about halfway down, and you notice that his hand just slips off one of the handcuffs. And he falls off of the... Actually, you know what? Roll me a dex save.
I do that. 22.
Great. You grab on to the line, at which point you are now full momentum with your bare hand down the rope.
Oh.
You make it all the way to the bottom, but your hand...
Shredded.
You take...
Oh.
You take 1 damage, but your hand is completely shredded.
Like the palm, the meat of the
Oh
palm?
yeah, the palm, the fingers, everything.
It's like shredded cheese, like
it's-
shredded
Buddy,
mozzarella.
It's like he took his hand and just used a cheese grater over and over and over. It's just no skin left on his hand. It's
Buddy.
dangling off. It's ripped apart,
Buddy.
bleeding heavily.
They got my
William.
They got my left hand,
My
buddy.
dude.
My days a
And-
clumsy stranger and are over.
The guard with the gun who's still pointing at other people, he's like patting you guys. He's like, "Get on the train! Get on there!"
Get on the train.
You don't need backup, brother?
What?
You don't need no backup? They point guns at us.
It's fine.
He know what
I'm
he
gonna
signed
die
up
doing
for,
what I
buddy.
love.
Come on, let's go.
All right.
Saving
The
the
Gunder
fans of
Bunnies
Chuck
died
Gunderson.
together. Gunder Buddies died together.
I'll see you when you get there.
All right. I salute him.
Sure.
I toss him a Mick Ultra from my bandolier.
He catches it without looking.
Chunks fly
Fucking
together, brother.
One-handed.
Chuds fly
and
together.
Just fly together. So yeah, you guys get on the train towards the back of the train, I would say. And
Oh, thank God.
it's only about another 10-15 minutes before the train starts to go. Roll me a perception check.
I perceive heavily.
10.
18.
Whoa. Fell off the table.
Son, I'm just going to drink
19.
this bandolier of Mech Ultras and fall asleep like I usually do this time.
I'm used to it, Poppy.
I'm afraid I don't have any noodle cups for you
17.
today.
Okay.
I brought my own cup of noodles.
So Pete and William, and on the back of this train, it's so packed. No, I don't
Call
even think
me
anyone's...
Ravenclaw.
Sure. Is no one's sitting down. They're all just standing shoulder to shoulder. It's packed. You're packed in there.
Shame.
And both of you are next to windows, and you glance out and you notice that there's a semi-truck driving very quickly towards the train
Pete,
as
we
it's
seen this
about
before?
Is that one
to
of your
take,
internet buddies, Pete?
and it's just mowing people down.
He does know how to drive a truck.
I mean, it's a very competitive online play of truck simulator.
Would
so
you say
it could
that's a
be
Peterbilt or a Volvo?
It's actually neither. It's a
Volvo.
It's a Mack truck.
Oh.
Okay. So the train is moving, albeit slowly. This
With a Honda engine, you can
semi
hear it.
is just going through the crowd and just taking people out left and right. And eventually the truck is alongside the train. And it's right there with you guys. You are looking out and you can see this. And there is an old woman hanging out of the door of this truck. Looks like she's about to jump at any moment. You notice there's an old man who's tied... he's got like a bus driver hat. He's tied his belt around the steering wheel.
It'll be fun if we shot them.
And then he tries to jump out on the front of the truck, but tumbles forward, and he's hanging off of the front of the semi as it's driving straight.
I got it.
But
And the train is slowly pulling away, but the old lady jumps and misses wildly and just hits the wheels of the train and explodes in just a bloody water balloon of awful all over the side of the train. Just
I wish I was filming that on my phone.
that's all
You
right.
guys-
Get your phone out.
The old are a burden on society.
You guys are now moving beyond the semi-truck when you notice that the old man
Right.
tries to jump but gets stuck on something on the front of the truck, and he can't get anywhere, and he's panicking a little bit, and he turns and looks, and you guys then look at the direction he's looking, and you see there's a concrete barrier, and the truck hits this fucking barrier and just jackknifes and flips over, immediately the dude is crushed in half, then smashed by a truck. But as your train speeds away, the truck explodes behind you. It's chaos, but it's pretty badass and cool, I will say.
Gran you down
To
with
watch.
GDP.
That's hotter than a Talladega night.
And as the train speeds off towards its next destination, that is where we're going to call it. So thanks so much for tuning in. Check us out next time.
You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Spotify, Twitch, and Reddit at Botched Podcast. This episode of Botched was brought to you by the Patreon producers, his Lord and Majesty Big Jim, he who is Steve, the Knock Big John, Lord Chronic Skinner, God King Shanda Panda. Praise her.
Praise her.
B-Mail Zuchari, the Gamers Galaxy, Disgruntled Furniture, and Snuggler Supreme. You want to support the show? Well, you can do so over at patreon.com/botchpodcast and donate where you can. Like our newest Patreon, The Price of Cheese.
The Prince of Cheese is more like it.
Welcome back, Cheese Man.
We love
You want to support the show but can't do it financially? No worries, man and ladies. The best way you can do so is heading over to iTunes.com/botch or whatever and leave us a 5-star review. We also have a store where you can buy things. Or if you don't want to do Patreon, just go over to paypal.com/botchpodcast and leave a one-time donation. You want to send something to the studio? You can. We have an address. It's P.O. Box 3178, Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, 17325.
Please no bombs.
We'll open it up on stream if you're crazy enough to do so.
More dildos, more good.
Thank you to Gozer for intro and outro music. More of them over at tiny.cc/Gozer. Thank you to Emily Swan for our album art. You can support her all over social medias at a swan named Emily. And as always,
As you sneak your Gunder buddies onto an exclusive train ride, scream Botched, and we'll hear you.
see you next week, nerds.
You could support Dennis's comic book projects over at patreon.com/hiveheadstudios. You can support Steve's stuff over on YouTube at He Who Is Steve. You can support Phil on Patreon or Twitch at Imaginary Nomad. You can support Jen by checking out her other podcasts like Horse Girls on all your podcatchers. You can also check her out on social media or Twitch at Jenna Chill, chill with one L. And you can check out Chonky every so often on Twitch at The Mandalorian.
I know we're in the middle of a show, but I need to take a break
Okay.
and tell a story real quick.
I love stories.
It's a
Mushrooms.
bag of chicken. Bag of chicken legs just showed up.
Hi, everybody. It's me, the Imaginary Nomad, with a special chicken delivery from the two Russian ladies who live down the street,
The
who are
Yoshi ones.
obsessed with Yoshi.
Yep.
So they were in the area with a bag of chicken.
Is that chicken for Yoshi or for
It's
you?
for the dog.
Yep.
Nice.
She brings food over for the dog.
And she's like, "Oh, chicken delivery. Can I see your dog?" And I was like, "I'm kind of in the middle." And then Yoshi like bolts out of the house, and I was just like, "Fuck." And so like Yoshi just does Yoshi things and lays down in front of them, and she's like,
Yep.
"Oh, you're gonna eat chicken tonight? No more dry dog food. Yum yum chickens." And she's like, "Oh my god, I'm in the middle of fucking something."
Is she the Russian lady that works at the liquor store?
I have no idea where she lives. Or works.
Works?
She's Chechnyan, technically.
Chechnyan. Yeah.
Or no.
Is she tall?
Czechoslovakian?
She sounds a little Czechoslovakian.
I can't remember which.
You know, the Russians have a word for Chechnya.
Losers?
It's Turkish.
Turkish.
All right, sorry.
It's fine. So,
You want some chicken?
No, thank you. I don't want dog chicken.
Hold on, should we trick Dennis into eating dog chicken
Dennis, would you
again?
like some dog chicken?
Would you like some dog chicken, Den?
It smells good.
Yum yum, Denny.
It smells like chicken in this room now. Stop it.
You know what? I'm gonna
It actually kind of stinks.
put
No,
it here.
no, son.
And he's
son.
gonna have too many goddamn Michelobes, and he's gonna reach in and eat
I'm
one
not-
of them.
eat some chicken.